I would like to share with you on the importance of being obedient to God. I know we talked about it briefly in chapter 17, but I want to talk about it a little more and just build on it. Why do you have to obey God? How does it benefit you? And I think a lot of people ask questions like that. What's in it for me? If I do this or if I do that. First of all, I want to encourage you that don't obey God just because of how it will benefit you. Obey God because of who He is to you, in out of reverence and respect and out of the relationship that you have for God and out of how you view God, you should obey God. But I also want you to understand that a lot of times the solution to the thing that you're asking God for is in your obedience. And I just want to give you an example with the story of Naaman and Elisha. So Naaman had a leprosy, and he went to Elisha for healing. Elisha did not even show up to him to attend to him. Elisha sent Gehazi, his servant, to attend to him and to tell him one simple instruction: go and wash yourself in the river 7 times. And Naaman had a problem with following that instruction and being obedient to that because he felt like it was beneath him. Of all the rivers to wash in, it was River Jordan. It was that dirty river, at least that was what he considered it. But the thing was that the solution to his problem was in the obedience to the instruction that he was given. That if you want to be healed from this leprosy, go and wash yourself in the river 7 times. Oftentimes we will ask God for money and God will say, go and do X, Y, and Z. I will give myself as an example. I've been praying to God for direction in my life concerning my ministry and concerning where God wants to position me. And there were a couple of things that I noticed that God did in response to that. Was number one, God made me a greeter at church. Being a greeter at church is the last thing I wanted to do because I, once upon a time, did not feel comfortable talking to people I did not know. I didn't even feel comfortable talking to people in general, but people I did not know was even more difficult. But the more I sat at the door and greeted every single person that walked through those doors, the more comfortable it felt for me. And I'll tell you that I am grateful to God that I actually obeyed God in that sense, because my obedience to Him and doing this thing that He had asked and instructed me to do led me to the point where when He asked me to do these videos for you guys, I didn't hesitate. Actually, I hesitated, but I remembered that God had given me the ability to now comfortably speak to people. And oftentimes, I don't even know what solution is it, even in this obedience of actually doing this video. But I've chosen to do this video because, number one, I honor God and I appreciate God for who He is in my life. And I also appreciate the fact that God is using me in this manner. I don't even know what will come out of it, but I know that there's something even in that obedience. And so I just want to encourage you that when God gives you an instruction to do something, don't consider it as a favor to God, but as a favor to you. God is actually doing you a favor by giving you an instruction on what to do, because the solution to the thing that you're asking God for is in the instruction He has given to you. And so it's important for you to obey and do. And it's also important to be completely obedient. Imagine if Naaman had only washed himself 5 times or even 6 times. Would he have been healed of his leprosy? So I just also want to say that complete obedience is also very, very important.